Tim Storm, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I am a technological idiot, and that's a fact. Just the other night, I ordered like 3 Ubers, and I was doing it all on Google Maps. But here's what I figured out. The NWA is on CW. Free app, no subscription. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You don't have to pay anything. Easy to download. If I can do it, you can do it. No excuses.
What is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horton. This is the NWA, the show celebrating the past, present, future history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. It's Kyle's birthday.
Hey!
Happy birthday, Kyle.
And my birthday is brought to you by Dayquil.
Oh,
there's whiskey in that flask, and you know it.
Yeah, orange whiskey.
Yeah,
folks, the thing is that my negativity in life is even carried over to my health because I tested negative for COVID. Here we go. Even if you hang out with people that end up getting it in real life.
Kyle, why are you having Dayquil? Why don't you just take NyQuil? That by the time the podcast is over, you can just pass out.
Because I'm going to save that for later. Sam's coming over.
Oh, okay.
Oh, brother. Got to get the Dayquil.
Way to spread them germs, brother.
Who's also sick right now. So that way we're going to watch some Ted Lasso try to feel better.
Yeah, it's your birthday. She'll power through it.
Yeah. Speaking of power, ladies and gentlemen, Power is coming to the CW coming February 6th. Brand new episodes, a new season. You can experience it all right there, streaming on CW there or CWTV.com. And major news, the debut episode of that is going to have the world title on the line. The ultimate match of death, Matt Cardona, EC3, 10 pounds of gold weapons. You're going to have to see this one to believe it. What a way to start CW. I hope they know what they're getting into.
Son of a biscuit. That sounds that was almost like we timed that, right?
Yeah.
Power, you know. Well, I will say too, before we go any further into power talk or anything else, just very quickly, a big rest in peace to a very good brother, a friend of mine, Francisco Chiazzo. You probably know him, Kyle, from the Florida area. Frankie Chiazzo.
I knew of him, but I never hung out with him. So tell us a little about him. For those that aren't initiated.
Super good brother. Been everywhere. Everybody knows him. Good worker. He's like Plunkett in the ring. He's like Plunkett in the ring and out of the ring. Actually, they used to tag us the Journeyman for a while. Good brother. Been all over the place. Frankie, he's a good guy. He passed unexpectedly over the weekend.
I've heard wonderful things about this person.
Yeah, he's super cool.
Nobody's had a bad thing to say to him.
He was running shows like WrestleMania weekend, and like I don't even know if those are still happening. I hope they are, just in his honor. But
yeah, he was training. He was one of the trainers at that WWN school down there in Florida. So you probably, I'm surprised you didn't cross paths. You haven't been a Floridian that long, right? But he was everywhere.
Well, I mean, off and on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I have to get back into the ring, though, I am going to have to look into some ring rust places down here at some point in time. Maybe that Hatchet place, but that's that point.
Yeah. Your Hatchet friends?
My Hatchet friends.
Wait, did you just say you're getting back in the ring?
If I ever have to.
I know that he is licensed for Alabama, ladies.
I am licensed for Alabama.
He is
coming.
When he doesn't with me, but he is.
So here's the fun fact. When you're helping run a wrestling company, you want to make sure that all the licensing is proper. We're not some outlaw mud show places some people might expect here. We are on the level, ladies and gentlemen, in Dothan, Alabama. There's an athletic commission, the AAC, coming up March 2nd, Hard Times 2024. You could be there in person, live, be a part of it. It's a TV taping, ladies and gentlemen. It is not a pay-per-view. It is going to be airing as NWA Power.
It's free to watch on your TV. You gotta pay to be there, but it's free to watch on your TV.
Wow.
You gotta go to NWALiveEvents.com. We're already hard at work doing that. And ladies and gentlemen, the main event, I'm hearing speculation. Two teams have had a very problematic history with each other as of late, and it's boiling over. And frankly, you're gonna have to wait to see.
It's gonna be interesting.
You guys, I watch a lot of content, throughout the day. And one of these things I like on YouTube is this thing called like Oversimplified. It's this guy who makes little cartoons about stuff that happened in history.
Ooh.
And I like it. Was entertaining. They put out a new series out today, I think it was. They got this great sponsor, and I just think it's very interesting that this kind of stuff. It's called NordVPN, and people can get this NordVPN and use like this oversimplified code, and they can get like an entire 4 months for like $4 and change. And with the VPN, you could access all kinds of content from anywhere in the world. I'm not saying that like it's just amazing to me that in this world that there's services like that are available at such a low cost to anyone. And you could just Google it, and there's all these different codes out there, and one could use, if you're in America, you want to watch something for Japan, or if you're in Japan and you want to watch something in America, or, either way like that. It's just like it's pennies a day.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I pay for certain streaming services. I literally pay for streaming services, and then I go to enjoy maybe sharing a favorite movie of mine with my partner because she hasn't seen it before, and I can't find it online. I click on it, and I go, okay, maybe it's on Amazon. It is. Not in my region. You know what would have fixed that? A VPN, because I'd be able to say, hey, maybe I'm in Europe. Let me watch that. Or if you're in Europe, you can watch American stuff.
There's good ones and bad ones. And I'm just saying, like, there's all the kind of services out there that I think it's just so fascinating that in this world, you have that kind of option, And I was thinking about it today. I just thought I'd bring it up.
Yeah, I was going to hit my brother in Europe to see if he could access that stuff. But when you said he'd probably need a VPN, I said, well, he probably has one. Because I know he watches American entertainment sometimes, He's been over there for 30 years, but I know he does. And he helps run a software company, so he probably has one.
And they're super simple from what I understand. So
let's answer some of the questions here in the chat. Is NWA still airing on YouTube on Tuesday? This Tuesday and next Tuesday, we are going to have a special kind of retrospective look back at some of the best moments of power to satiate you, to get you ready for a little bit of the flavor, a little bit of what's happening on CW coming up February 6th. And obviously, we've said this all over the place, but I want to make sure, because some media and some places like that, they misquote, they misdo this, they blah, 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 yakety schmackety. We are not going to be airing new episodes of Power on YouTube starting February 6th. We'll have sometimes some content on there and everything. This show will be there. We'll have special presentations. But if you want to watch the weekly program, CW is the place to be. CWTV.com. You can do it too. You don't need a subscription. You can watch it anytime. Tuesdays, new episodes will drop. It's a vibe. It's this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving forward. We love the YouTube audience. We love all of that. We're going to try something new, a little different here. And as far as everything else goes, just wait and see. Give us a shot.
Yeah, I got the CW app before I even knew about us being on it, because inside the NFL
on there too.
Inside the NFL's on there. That's why I got it.
Yeah,
and it's free and it's easy to navigate. So it's
even other wrestling shows on there. So lots of stuff to watch on there.
Yeah, my buddy Nigel announces.
Is my coaster wrong?
And that's on there.
That's the wrong logo.
Yeah, the
changed it.
Wrong.
I do have that.
Also, if you're into golf, I know they just landed a deal with the golf people.
The golf people.
Yeah. I know. I just totally blanked as I was saying.
I fixed it.
Perfect. Now that's the logo.
And NASCAR too.
The golf people.
CW taking their stuff. Sorry. Clearly, I'm a golf fan.
I got Arnold Palmer. He makes tasty, which I do love a good Arnold Palmer.
And maybe there's some sort of reality component to some future thing that somebody accidentally said on another program.
He's ignoring you.
He is.
For good reason.
He's reading email, which means we probably just got an annoying email or something like that.
It's my bad. I forgot to attach something.
You guys ever see his tracksuit jacket? Kyle, what are you wearing right there?
I am wearing the brand new NWA hoodie. Guys, it is cold in Florida right now. It was in the 40s today. It's been chilly. It's exactly that. Let me tell you something about this hoodie. I do not like super, super heavy fabrics on me. It's just something. Some people love those heavy duty t-shirts. I like a nice, thin, athletic. This is a happy medium between the two. This is warm. This is cozy. It is one of the softest hoodies I have ever worn. And this is not a lie. I literally, I melted when I put this on because this matches one of my favorite hoodies from another thing that's not NWA. I put this on and I said, okay, this is now in the main rotation. It's perfect for the gym. It's perfect for snuggling. It's perfect for the winter. It's perfect for just wearing pajama bottoms and saying, I got to go get the mail because you work from home and you don't want to get fully dressed. It's great for everything. I love it. Underneath this, of course, is a Terry Funk shirt, but that's beside the point. It doesn't matter. Look at me. NWA, not even in the pants right now, though. I got no NWA pants on. I thought maybe we'd go all over the place.
Yeah, Dan from DW, who made those, he's like, do you want to use the same hoodie that we made the USA one with? I said, yes. Because everybody loved that one. It was so soft.
Do you know what I put on the other day? The pullover NWA Globe logo. It's one of the first pullovers you had. That thing is one of the heaviest pieces of fabric I've ever worn. But that kept me cold during a nice chilly winter the other day.
Does it have the gold and white logo?
Yes.
That predates.
But yes,
it is heaviest.
How do I ignore? I cannot ignore this. It's 1776. Thanks, writes Crispy. Appreciate you donating.
Brian Idle channel. All right.
Brian Idle sending people to the chat.
Brian with a Y.
Brian with a Y, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for sending people to the chat, Brian. Also, 1776 is such a specific number. Are we talking like Constitution? Are we talking independence? What? I feel like there's some mixed message on here.
No. Yeah, he's probably just like
just a fan of the year.
Yeah.
Or that's his favorite number.
What else? The taxes added up.
Forever. Of course, Kyle's a funk guy. I got a Terry Funk figure out there in the other room with my other figures.
Where's what else is new? I think there's some. Yeah, look at it. See now that long sleeve blue shirt there that Miss Star is wearing is already out of 2 sizes, and it's running low. It barely made it out of Florida. I printed it. I did put it online. I printed it. I brought it to Florida, and what came back is what came back. So that thing is moving. And that nightmare shirt, that pretty empowered is on the endangered species list as well. And that Southern Six. They're about due for a different design. They've already went through that shirt like twice.
EC3 up there. We've got the non-binary nightmare. I can't even talk today, guys.
Yeah, Colby Jack shirt. Oh, Colby Carino. That picture down in the left corner, small boxes, it was for a bundle. There's, of course, bundles. You know, the deal machine formerly worked with Don West, so I am a bundle machine. I love a bundle because brother loved a bundle.
Don West. Memories. I loved him when he was selling knives and Beanie Babies and everything else in the middle of the night. And then when he got into professional wrestling, I was like, wait, the dude from what is he doing in wrestling? And of course, everybody knows him from wrestling now. But I remember Don West from just making me want Britannica Bear. Let me tell you something, guys. If they let me order 3 of these things alone, but they said, no, it's only for you. So you're going to get the deal that I can't get right now. And man, let me tell you, this is your children's future. You need to invest now. Beanie Babies are the way to go. You'd be like, I don't even want this, but I want this so hard right now.
You know what? I did not even know that he was famous from that at all. And then and we were doing some TNA house show in like Austin, Texas or somewhere. And these fans came up to him. It was like towards the end of the show. And somebody was like, come on, Don. He turned around. He's like, Mickey Mantle, rookie card, man. And I was like, what is he doing? And Jimmy James like, that's what he's famous for, dipshit. Yeah. And I'm like, oh. And then I realized it was the same dude. Like it never connected. Like I remember when he was a commentator.
Don West is why I ordered the WCW NWO MasterCard. That is great, guys. Because just remember, credit card debt, if you're not careful, is for life.
Yeah.
And pay it off. It's possible.
You know what else goes with that hoodie that you're wearing there is those joggers. Is there a picture of them joggers? I can't remember. I thought
put the joggers on. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to grab those, but I guess I can do that at the merch store.
Should I run off camera and just put on my full sweat attire and then just pop up on camera wearing them? No. Man, let me tell you, those things are also comfortable as all get out too. And by all get out means I don't want to get my pants and my legs apart from each other because those things, they were perfect.
Oh.
We were on the road in Florida just the other week, and I was loving it, lounging in the hotel room, making me feel great about myself. You know, Danny Deals, you're on a roll with your merch.
They're comfortable. That's why I made the black zip hoodie. I was going to make a red one, but I was like, well, I just made these joggers. That would probably go together, you know. Come on, Bub, what are you doing?
I just saw somebody in the chat talk about a Horde baseball card set, but let me tell you something. I just had flashbacks, Danny Deals. Baseball cards for wrestling. What?
Oh, yeah. No, don't worry about that. I'm on it. I'm on it.
We should get a graphic for that on our end. Let's make a note. We might as well tell people we're going to be at that. Let me get the details.
Yeah, that too. I thought you meant making the trade.
Oh, no, I was making them because I can tell you right now that coming up, we're going to be at the Flip Trade Show in Dauphin, Saturday, February 3rd, 2024. This year, right around the corner. Joe Galley will be there. Kenzie Page, NWA World Women's Champion. Thrillbilly Silas Mason, NWA National Champion. The three of you are going to be there signing autographs, finding deals, looking for trading cards, looking for entertainment and stuff like that. Right. It is a friendly, fun atmosphere. The hours are from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and general admission is just $6. And if you're a child, 12 and under, bring them with you because they're going to get in for free.
I also saw somebody put over the program in there. Of course, I have a new event program, which I think is the best one that Linda and I have collaborated on. I think that's the best one so far.
Bub's getting a shout out in the chat right there.
Yeah, he didn't. He was sleeping, but now he's wide awake.
It's for free.
Deals, I'm getting a new apartment coming up next month. Going to be doing the solo thing. And one of my little pups there, Kahlua, is going to be moving back in with me. So I'm very excited myself there.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe in a chat in the middle of February, Bubs and Kahlua can have a little date on the screen together. While we're doing this.
Right. He is a ladies' man. There's a few dogs near here that escape sometime, come on the outside of the fence to come see him. And they chase each other up and down the fence line.
Fantastic. And thank you for the happy birthdays. That's fantastic. I'm not a birthday guy. I don't celebrate my own, much less anybody else's. I try to be nice about it. 20 million people, over 20 million, have today as a birthday. So happy birthday, everybody who also shares it with me. Unless you're born on a leap year, then if I remember right, it's only like 6 million people have that as a birthday that are alive and living and breathing. But anyway, look at that poopy doggy. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to say poopy doggy's a nice, cute name.
All right. Some shows are happening coming up soon. I know Joe Kazana Promotions has a show coming up really soon. I'm going to get
in February.
I don't have one. They're in Kingsport, Tennessee, I believe.
Yeah, Kenzie and Kylie have taken over their father's show. That's next weekend in Sevierville. And I know Carrie's going to be there. Thrilly, of course, Pretty Power's going to be there. So that's all you need to know to show up. You know what I mean? But
since Brian Idol sent somebody, I'll also mention too. He has a show he's ended up running January 28th. Division Pro. I'm not. Despite the World Wrestling Showdown, but a lot of NWA folks going to be there.
Yes, so Division Pro is a newer wrestling company that kind of has a more grappling style with think of what was this pure rules matches type of deals from ROH back in the day, kind of that deal right there. But Division Pro is also going to be having some NWA stuff going on during that as well for the Wrestling Showdown. It's kind of a double back-to-back showing there. Also, we got the Bad Times at Waterloo, and frankly, I was a little surprised by this. This is how out of it I had been the last week. I saw advertising online for this, and I went, why does that guy sound so familiar? It was me. I did voiceover for the Exodus Pro thing, and I do not remember doing it.
Well, if you want to be a part of NWA territory action, that's where you want to be. The Tree Line Music Hall, January 27th. This show will be awesome. You see a lot of cool folks you might recognize from the show there.
Yeah, Aaron Stevens, who happens to be Joe's favorite.
Tiffany Nieves. I have it on good authority that she is gonna guest with us next week on the live stream.
Is that PB Smooth up there?
Yeah,
I think that is. That dude's about 7
peanut
feet
butter
tall.
chunky, but okay.
No, all the way up top.
Yeah,
he's about 7 feet tall. That dude.
That looks like
Oh,
too
yeah,
much
that guy's
to be
huge.
spread on my bread. Wow, that sounded really absurd. But you know what I meant. It's a peanut butter
Slime
reference.
balls, right?
Yep, the slime balls. So lots of people. You'll see I don't see Carson Drake on that poster, but
I'm sure he'll be there.
He's always
Carson Drake has been growing on me so much, as have the slime balls. Not gonna lie. Literally, these three individuals, when I see them, I go, I'm going to be entertained right now. Whether you agree or disagree with me, I think they're going to prove a lot of people right as far as my opinion goes as time goes on.
I think he does. I think EC3 does have a title defense in OVW in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Man's got so many titles that he's got to defend. He's got to save it, though. He's got that world title match against Matt Cardona, the 10 pounds of gold weapons match. So is there two of me on the screen, or am I losing my mind? Or is it just on my side?
Ultimate match of death.
I just see one of you, so I don't.
Okay, it's on my side then. That's weird.
I think Kyle, the medicine's kicking in.
What do you mean news about Hard Times 3? Do you wait? Hard Times 3? Did we?
Maybe. Well, no.
It's actually Hard Times 4, Hard Times 2024, but that's okay. Sometimes it's hard to keep up.
Probably
Yeah.
means matches or
Yeah.
things of that nature.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it about matches? Because that's probably coming.
I know we didn't.
We got a season of Power coming up.
We didn't.
We're coming up, ladies and gentlemen, and actually, we're already working for later on in the year. I haven't put pen to paper yet, but it's crazy because I just realized that 13 years ago to the day today, when I worked for Ring of Honor, we did one of our last HDNet tapings at the ECW Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I have not been back there in 13 years. And ECW is my favorite place there. And all I know is NWA 76 is coming up, and we're going to move on. And I'm just going to leave that as a little teaser and see if anybody picks up on it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we didn't announce any matches for Hard Times coming up in Alabama, but that
It's
didn't
all
hurt
going to be contingent on what happens on NWA Power starting
I
February
know
6th.
that. I'm just saying it didn't hurt the tickets. I'll tell you that.
No, people love it. They just love the NWA. I mean,
they're,
Dothan's just ready for some wrestling over there. So
we're like
hey,
40% of the building full, and it's a really big building, so I'm all for it.
pretty nice. Yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty good.
This guy's in Philly, so
Oh. Do you get your cheesesteak with whiz?
Yep, whiz, baby.
I don't like it.
Although I'm a savage.
I'm anti-whiz.
No peppers, onion, but whiz.
Oh man.
No
different.
peppers. I'll take
we
the onion.
appreciate you, Bob.
I'll do peppers, onions with like whatever you call real cheese.
Right around the corner, I don't know. I believe it was Tony Luke's that was right around the corner from Swanson and Rittner there on the corner there. Damn tasty cheesesteak. Just saying, gonna have to get one of those on our sojourn if we end up in Philly.
There's good cheesesteaks everywhere, though. You don't have to go to Philly for a good cheesesteak. I mean, you could.
We'll see what happens.
I'm sure G's and Pat will disagree.
Why are you trying to smack people in the face that live in Philly? Like you don't appreciate them.
Yeah,
He's from Texas. Well, he's not from Texas. He's from California, which makes it even worse because he's
I
from
lived in
California.
Pennsylvania for a time, and I didn't like it, so I have.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to like it. This idea that you have to. It's like, listen, I used to live in the greater Chicagoland area. Couldn't stand deep dish.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay, but I wasn't like, I don't care.
I love bread, so I'm all deep dish.
I do too, but I just, growing up with uncles who had a pizzeria in Cleveland, when I got there, I was like, what is this? It's a cake, a cheesecake or something.
Like Philly has its moments, but also it is, let's just shit on it right now. It is one of the weirdest places I've ever been because literally you'd have two people, just identical twins. They're married to identical wives. They have identical jobs. They have the same car. They have the same house. They have everything. And they literally will walk outside and be like, look at this piece of shit over here. This guy's not worth a damn. And then the other guy would be like, no, this guy's not worth a. They'd be arguing, screaming at each other. They're the same person, and yet they have so much hate for the other person. So City of Love, I don't know, man. I watched a cop beat up a guy who had a mustache there once, and all he did was
City of Love. G's
got there.
He's just
got in the town.
Yeah, G's did just get shot stopping himself from a carjacking.
Yeah, wow.
By the way, not a story. This really happened.
Can't wait. Sounds great.
All right, so a lot to look forward to in Philadelphia. I guess.
If we go there, me and Joey G are going to be commentating with flag jackets on. Ain't going to be no nice jacket.
behind glass.
The thick glass that, like, when you go to the bad neighbors,
rub a little drawer.
As soon as it gets dark, you can't go.
It was going to get extreme. I didn't think it was that extreme. In fact, the last time I was in Philly, Eddie Kingston and I were driving around in my car with a marshmallow. You know, like they have the marshmallow guns that you could pump up and then shoot. We were doing it's messed up. We were doing drive-bys with marshmallow guns to the fans lining up for the building. That was fun times.
Messed up.
Memories.
Speaking of memories, that's what's on Power currently, right? We're looking back. What are Garrison? What is a favorite YouTube NWA moment for you? It's probably NWA USA. I would guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have to say NWA USA would be it. No, I think we should.
I feel like this is a setup for a clip right here.
No, it's really not, because listen, I was in Charleston this weekend. So
do that.
Remember when we didn't like Danny Deals and every week it was a clip of him getting smacked by Medusa? Thoughts on Matt Cardona versus the Cobra Kai guy? I mean, Matt Cardona got a shout out.
I could at least do that.
At least you're out of the next.
Dude, that's probably your favorite YouTube moment.
I know where those yellow guardrails are from, so every time I see that, I'm like, oh, I know where that is.
Actually, I don't think that was on YouTube. Was that when we were on the Fight Plus gimmick?
I don't know.
It's on YouTube now.
Well, it is.
It's just me.
And give it time, it'll be on CW coming up as well. Anyway, Matt Cardona versus Cobra Kai guy. Matt Cardona, how many people do you know in your real life that get shout-outs during award ceremonies and stuff like that? I know a guy, that was Matt Cardona. What a thing. Also, Independent Wrestler of the Year 2 years in a row. Will he be NWA World Heavyweight Champion? Will he lose a gallon of blood? You're going to have to tune in February 6th, CW, to find out.
Oh, what Bob says, he likes the Mama Storm stuff. I don't like, Tim Storm assaulted me, so that wasn't my favorite, Bob.
Yeah.
You do make a sexy mother.
It was on YouTube, though. Mm-hmm. Season 3, I believe.
Yeah, those are good picks. I like them.
Sam Adonis. The other Adonis told the girl in Philly to go back to
El Rudo.
El Rudo, yeah. My
Sammy
my brother
Rudolph.
from another mother.
Yeah.
The one who attempted to end it all during a match. The loosest ropes you've ever seen doing that springboard.
Oh, yeah, I remember
I asked
wow.
afterwards, I'm like, Sam, I get you didn't like the match, but Jesus Christ. I mean, there's tomorrow will be another one. You know what I mean? He was like, I would have been fine. I said, you a damn lie. If the fixers weren't 600 pounds combined and about this long, you would have been DED dead. Like he was headed straight down.
I like Sam a lot. Sam used to always be weirded out because in his eyes, he'd see pictures of me and he thought that we looked very similar if you just block the fact that I'm bald and he's not, even though his brother in real life is covered in freaking tattoos. So maybe that's just all it is. What is that? I'd love to see a Knox VSK Cardona match. Again, you never know what's going to happen. The world is full of talented people. Just looking for the right opportunity to use them.
Yeah,
that is true.
He had to hang on. He almost flew right back into another voiceover he had cut before. He's like, the world is, it's not. It's full of things.
Yeah, because I literally brought it up today. I said, hey, any World of Vampire going on 2024? Was told, wait and see. So we're going to find out more information about that. But we're still trying to book things farther ahead of time. Also, we listened to everybody about Florida. So, again, we got some shows coming up in other places. Joe Alonzo on GLCW, and this dude's gold, bro. Yeah, Alonzo is gold, but man, does he have a mouth on him. He is one of the most outspoken young superstars of professional wrestling, and he's got skills in the ring, but if his verbal skills ever are to be matched by his wrestling skills, then he's going to be unstoppable. But until then, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Showed up my hotel and smacked me one night.
He is having a really long run as an uncrowned junior heavyweight champion. It's got to be one of the longest runs yet.
Maybe in the history of the NWA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's got to be a counter for that. I'm going to look that up in the archives.
Who was that?
Joe Alonzo.
Oh.
See here. Go through.
Yeah. Welcome back, Gary.
Rule book.
No, I thought, well, okay, so it cut out for a second for me, but I thought you were talking about, do you remember, never mind, I don't know. Do you remember when the brother won the junior heavyweight #1 contendership on Power? It was the what a slime season from.
You know what I need? You know what I need, Deals? I need a shirt that just has a little like asterisk and it says card subject to change.
Okay. I like it.
The best laid plans, guys. Sometimes things don't work out the way we plan, but one day someone will get that #1 contendership shot. Any chance of seeing the NWA in Memphis anytime soon? You know, I have a bunch of territories that we've been talking to that have reached out. One of them isn't in Memphis. Again, a lot going on with the CW transition right now, and then we're going to refocus on some other things. So Memphis, possibly, maybe. We'll see what happens.
No, Pam got it, Gary. Jay Spade.
Pam brings up a good point that
Jay Spade.
Jay Spade, I believe, is still owed.
That's what we're talking about.
That's who I was talking about. That's who I meant. Jay Spade.
Yeah.
That Jay Spade won the #1 contendership for the junior heavyweight championship.
Any chance of NWA coming to Connecticut? We were looking at a bunch of things up in the Northeast. It would have to be during warmer season.
I hear they're not there anymore.
But
from the old office building.
CT, I'm fine with though because I'm from Connecticut, and
yeah,
we
could also mom.
No,
Dr. Hawk friend.
Mama Davis is going to be down here in Florida this weekend, so I'll be seeing her.
No, Poughkeepsie, Mid-Hudson Civic Center.
Guys, Jay Spade is still a good talent. Jay Spade didn't just fall off the edge of the earth. He's still around.
He's still around.
Yeah. He's still kicking it down at Wildcat and everywhere. He was on.
He reminded me of that
when he was in the Iron Claw. I saw him in the Iron Claw.
Hard Times 3 in not New Orleans, but we said New Orleans. Matt. I remember he walked up. He goes, "Am I still #1 contender?" I was like, "Son of a bitch, you might be."
Speaking of Iron Claws, it just dawned on me. Tim Storm is trying to capitalize on the movie being in theaters by using the Iron Claw now.
Well, to be fair, he has used it in the past. It's a very rare piece of thing, but he's been honing his skills with it. You know, from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, residing in Texas for years. So he's channeling that ultimate Texas offense.
I thought he was just binging AWA and saw Baron von Raschke and said, well, hey, what the hell?
Yeah. You want to know how weird my life is? I get texts from like Austin Idol that says, happy birthday. Who would have thought? If you told young Kyle that Austin Idol would be sending him birthday wishes, I would have been like, nah, that's not possible. That guy doesn't know how to use a cell phone. Ha ha, burn!
He probably did send it on the flip phone, like, you know, because you have to push the button like 3 times to get the C.
Oh,
remember those days?
Those were skills.
Adam with the New York City. Adam, I'll tell you, you don't realize how much of a pain in the ass it is to run something in New York City.
Yeah.
Not saying it'll never happen.
It would be fun.
But good God Almighty.
Oh, for Kyle's birthday, how about spot number 30?
My Uncle Adam would never, ever push for me to be involved in wrestling and a competitor aspect ever again, much less that
number 30. It's like, can't wait for CM Punk, and here comes Kyle Durden.
Boot it because it wasn't Bryan Danielson. That would be that. Except I'd be an even bigger disappointment. I was trained by Bryan though, so hey.
I'd pop so hard for that. I'd set off pyro in the house.
Explain this money people are saying. Could people have sent us money this whole time?
Yeah,
I turned. But they don't.
So I haven't had a chance to mess with it, but like, you could make tips. So Animal One Instinct. It goes to the YouTube account. It goes to the YouTube account.
I'm a big fan of Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith has his podcast, Hollywood Babylon, and things like that, and Fat Man on Batman and Fat Man Beyond. And they constantly have the super chat stuff comes up during their podcast all the time. Sometimes gets a lot of control. So I know what this is. And by the way, when you say controversy equals cash, I mean, let's face it. If the NWA knows how to do one thing, it is controversy.
But he Phil Shatter, Gunner, Jackson Riker, whatever. He's done though. So
I was gonna say, didn't he retire?
Yeah, he's a cop. Yeah, he's out of the ring all the way. I saw him when NWA made an appearance at the Gathering. Not this year. You were there, Gary. But I remember talking to him then. I saw him and I knew him from way back, and he was like, "Yeah, it's over." So that probably won't happen. Yeah, he's police.
Yeah. So we do have the super chat turned on. I did turn it on without. I did it silently, and I never worked it out because I figured eventually we'd make up some rules about it. Like at some point, just get to like super chats, get all the attention as far as reading the comments or showing them on the screen or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
I know when our other program starts, the CW other program that you're going to get a little peek behind the curtain stuff with, that there's going to be a lot of conversation about a lot of things, a lot of times. So I know that we'll have something to talk about on the show during that too. More news to come on there. Silently, so Gary can keep all the super chat money. Gary knows how to work. He's a worker. I mean, he's wearing a shirt that says by any means necessary. He's talking about getting that money in his pocket.
Yeah,
that's a throwback. That was
brother's got to get paid.
That's a throwback shirt right there. That was at Oak Grove, I believe.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I've got the poster ready.
To as part of the team, I think, or something. But yeah.
Oh, what else we got?
You don't spoil it for everybody. Rated R. Lewis.
Your photo. Oh wait, he's got a. Is that a Philly hat on that little photo there as well?
Go back.
Because he looks like my good friend Grizzly Redwood a little bit right there. But I know that's not Grizzly because Grizzly would never have Lewis TWS on his thing. But look at that.
Well,
what does this say?
About that?
When is Matt Cardona coming back to Power? Matt Cardona will be back on Power February 6th, the debut season premiere episode of new episodes on CW. CW on the app, stream it there. Go to CWTV.com. Matt Cardona will be challenging EC3 for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. 10 pounds of gold weapons, the ultimate match of death. You can see it February 6th. Ladies and gentlemen, it is one for the ages. Who will walk away the champion? Who will walk away with all of their limbs? Who will walk away with all of their blood? Will anybody? You're going to have to tune in to find out. Man, this Dayquil is doing fantastic. I recommend getting the severe cold one because this really is doing wonders.
Your energy level has jacked up.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You got on, you're like, hey, everybody. Now you're like,
stick your tongue out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Love that. Hey, the NWA commentaries do a great job.
Hey. These guys.
You guys are killing it.
Damn it. I can't
I'm struggling. I can't. Yeah,
there.
No.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
With Power on the CW starting February 6th, 7 p.m. Is it 7 p.m.? Did we say that?
I don't know exactly what time. I'm pretty sure it just kind of drops. I don't know if it has a particular time.
Yeah, doesn't really say. But
USA, it's not dead. It's just we're gonna save it for special occasions.
It's hibernating.
Yeah, like 4th of July, Memorial Day, Veterans Day.
Just like Chris Adonis. Maybe it's stuck in Puerto Rico right now. Who knows?
Yeah.
Chris said if you have Apple TV, sync the CW app. Thank me later. So that'd be interesting.
That's right.
Sync it, baby. That's a sync right there.
Boom.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Chris,
I don't get the reference. I don't get it's a sink right there. Wash your hands.
Oh, Bob wants us to job out EC3 already. You know what you should do, Bob?
Good luck with that. Yeah, why don't you just do that? Why don't you go job?
Yeah, why don't you go to the preface?
You get in the ring and job him. Make him in 3
and you
minutes.
go job out EC3.
2 things. He is going to just confuse you with the things he says because sometimes he just goes real off. Like I go off kilter, he goes off kilter like 10 times as hard as I do. So then you're confused. And then he's got a lot of abdominals and muscles in places. So then he's strong and he can do things. Love the show. Any news on how we can watch outside the U.S.? I'm in Canada. The CW app is not available. JStore 92 right there. We are working on it. If you missed earlier in the episode, we were talking about VPNs being an option currently. Yeah. That there's some great deals and everything like that.
I hear people like them.
We're working on it.
There is always the possibility that you could search for the episode online, but I'm not condoning that. But CW TV is the place to go where you can stream on your computer, and hopefully there's some way around those restrictions if you are outside of the United States, because we do care about our fans outside there internationally. Canada, I consider still North America, not international, but still it's a beautiful place full of wonderful people.
Well, I'd love to visit there again. International, and I got to do customs and stuff if I ship something there. So it's
Kyle, watch out for dextromorphin.
Yep, it's an ingredient. Yep, it's the second ingredient on here. It has 10 milligrams per serving. And I don't know how many servings I've had.
Fee coming in with the safe there.
Do it Cindy Mini style and Put it right where you need to put it.
There you go.
You know, one time somebody partakes in herbal remedies, and we're still talking about it.
Hey, it fixed whatever was ailing him. You need some herbal remedies.
You know, speaking of Fix, Jim Fix did that one time and his heart exploded, but that's beside the point. I guess we are still talking about that. Moving on.
You got me sick, Kyle.
Like flying out of the window in Total Recall. Well, what's Total Recall?
Have been sick for the last week.
Thanks, Florida.
You know, I got stuck in Georgia, Gary. Did you know that?
Yeah, Deals had quite the travel problems.
Oh, I did not know that. No, Deals.
No, I had the van. I had to stay in Kennesaw because I wanted to get past Atlanta. I'm still able to watch the second half of the Steelers game. And then I woke up at 9 in the morning. It was 3 hours from Nashville. I got there at 6:30.
Woo.
It was brutal. And then, but pretty much anybody who was going to Tennessee got stuck. I think Alex and Jake eventually just rented a car, but they were there a whole nother day. Yeah, it was awful. It was terrible.
It broke down? The truck broke down?
No, I couldn't get up you couldn't get up the mountain through Chattanooga. The weather, the ice and all that, you just couldn't get up it. It was over.
Gotcha.
It was still a little sketchy when I did go up to the next day, then a truck had flip over and they closed all the side roads. So you couldn't take like backcountry roads to get, to cut up and then go to where Bonnaroo is, whatever that is, Manchester, and then cut over to 24. Like you couldn't do any of that. You had to go up 24. And if a truck flips, everybody's just set, I turned the truck off. I had to do Tracy Smothers because I had to piss. So I had to do the, in the can. Plenty of room in that van. Right.
I've done that. Yep. I don't know how I'm getting so lucky. I went to Florida and then this past weekend I was in Charleston and I just got back from there and the people I was with are all sick. I am not sick, knock on wood, yet.
Yes, but, Destiny, the stream will still be on YouTube. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're still going to do the stream. We're even doing it today when we don't have much to talk about except talk to you. That's what we're here for, you guys. That's what we want to do.
I love that we have these remedies here. One person said, cannabis is a good one. Guys, that makes me a little there. I do have a prescription, though. Anxiety is a hell of a thing. Oolong tea with drambuie, honey and lemon, inhale vapors, and sip it till gone. Ricky, Bobby, Sonia there. I like that. Your description of that is how I write emails to the roster. Very point by point so they can't mess up. I like it.
Oh, I like the idea of Magic Jake doing card tricks for Alex Taylor.
Those two love to hate one another. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, absolutely. He actually dropped Jake off the Deal's house. He didn't realize that his car was parked in the back of the Deal's house. And he just dropped him off there. Get out! And then he was like, my car is back here, which I forgot about until he texted me. He's like, I like you, but I'm never.
You know what thing I'm excited about on this new season of Power?
Tell me about.
I think. And it's going to be good for us on the live stream as well, is Sal Renaro is a totally different guy now. As a matter of fact, opens all kinds of possibilities for a moment of Sal.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here today. I want to address the rumors about my future and my present. And yes, they're true. With a gleam of excitement in my heart, I'm here to announce that I am officially eligible for the 2024 NFL Draft. Follow me.
Well, that's breaking news for the dirt sheets.
Picked up by the Panthers, maybe the Titans, Tennessee Titans.
I love that somebody put alcoholics. I like that. I'm a alcoholic myself.
Yeah, something's wrong with that boy.
This is probably accurate, Joe.
That's probably accurate right now for all four of us right now.
I have shorts on.
Hello, Andrea. Yeah, it's there's a huge possibility. Sal.
What are some of the other dudes besides the audience facing, looking at getting into the industry and like some insight? Joe and I do just about everything you could imagine on a daily basis. Right now, I'm handling
even
licensing.
Podcast.
Yeah.
May have
Right
noticed.
now, I'm handling licensing for the athletes and everything for that payroll.
I was speaking up for you guys the other
everything
day.
else.
Somebody was talking about, I bet Kyle and Joe are busy. I said, Kyle and Joe are never off. Like that. They just.
And he was staring at spreadsheets for at least 6 hours.
I was answering text messages at Awake earlier last week.
Yeah.
That's actually a shoot. I was
Like this
answering
show
questions.
is supposed to be a break.
Yeah.
We're all doing stuff all the time.
Is there an age limit to be in the NWA? You have to be 18 and over. We are a company, and of course, we need to make sure that you are legally able to do things.
But kids can come to the show if that's your
kids can come to the show. Oh, I thought you meant like as a person to work in it.
I don't know if it's a poorly worded question.
You know what?
You can watch Logan, but you can't wrestle. You can't wrestle, Logan. We don't. No child labor in the NWA.
Yeah, no, they carted when I had Kylie come up to Knoxville the first time.
Yes, we did.
They carted her in the back because they didn't believe it.
Joe and I were actually doing paperwork at the desk, and we said, "Hey, we hate to bother you, but can you just do us a huge favor? We want to make sure you're not like 17 and wrestling with us." And she handed us our ID, and we were like, we had a moment because she's definitely born after 2001. And we were like, oh, my God, you were born after 9/11. And it just struck us as Joe's young. I'm old, but we felt very old. Are you and Gills texting each other right now?
Yeah.
The video screen. That's right, the video screen.
Yeah.
How do other companies hire under 18? I don't know. I don't work for other companies. Cody James is my hero. There you go. People say I'm off my gourd, but I rarely eat my pie. Look at this.
He's always working somewhere.
I think what he might be referring to, there was a teenager that All Elite had a deal memo to, but he couldn't officially work for him until he turned 18.
Gotcha.
That's what they're talking about. So they didn't really so much hire him. It's kind of like when a baseball team will draft a kid in high school, and you know what I mean? That kid, they're not being paid or anything. They're not actually working for them. They're just getting their rights. Pat Kinney could tell you about that. Just for some of you who don't know, Simon Diamond, Pat Kinney was drafted in the majors, San Francisco, I believe.
Look at that. Also, Bob Dabalina, midget wrestlers. We actually have the bite-sized punk, Eric Smalls.
Yeah.
He's been popping up and punching people in the dick. That's not me even making a joke. Literally, he's been doing that. And then doing springboard moonsaults onto people out of nowhere. Very talented man.
Getting a Road Warrior pop.
Boom. Boy, oh boy.
Did the JCP guys get stuck too?
Yeah, anybody going to Nashville, anywhere going to Tennessee, anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, even the Knoxville people. I think they ended up getting stuck in Charlotte.
Yep.
And they were all together. Mims, Dr. Tom, all of them. Yeah.
Mims has got that giant title match coming up. Him and Max the Impaler.
He does.
The TV titles being unified. Who's going to walk away with both straps?
Actually, I don't believe they're unified. As Joe pointed out, one person will have both, but one of the titles is not disappearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you got to tune into Power to find out.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Look at this.
So it's kind of a unified title, but like in boxing where somebody has all three titles, but you know
they don't defend all three at the same time.
Yeah, one's not gonna disappear, because I saw some people before who were like, I can't believe you're gonna get rid of one of those titles. They're not disappearing.
They're still there.
If Mims wins, he theoretically could put the women's TV title on the line against Missa Kate.
He could,
but Mims has made it very clear that if Mims were to win, he would vacate the women's title.
Mm-hmm.
He would just be basically getting the title off of Max.
Because Max is crazy.
Max is insane.
Interesting.
Not that
we're going to have to tune in to find out in February.
Not that that's a newsflash for anybody that Max is, elevator doesn't go all the way to the top.
All right, gentlemen, what else we got going on here? It's almost 8:00 tomorrow. Power will have a special retro episode on YouTube right there. You can enjoy that. Promos, matches, everything like that. I haven't gotten the final one right now, so I don't want to tell people things that are right there. Trask might surprise us with a few late-minute additions into it.
Yeah, he might. I got some cool stuff coming up. I'm not going to say nothing about it until I have it.
Willie, Rated R. Lewis, Cosmic Joe, J. Cal, Logan, thanks for being here. few years.
Like
we'll see
Kevin,
an
just
NWA
like
ring.
Corey Hart.
All right, so what have we gone over here? We've gone over NWA on CW February 6th. Tune in. World title will be on the line during that time. We've talked about upcoming events. We've talked about, coming up, there is going to be the opportunity to go to Hard Times March 2nd. It's going to be in Dothan Civic Center in Dothan, Alabama. And then if you want to meet Joe Galley, Thrillbilly, Silas Mason, and Kenzie Page, you have the opportunity to be doing that coming up. It's going to be the Flip Trade Show in Dothan, February 3rd. There will be tickets on sale. You can get 8x10 discounted tickets, all that jazz. That is just, a week and a half away? What is happening? Time means nothing anymore. And then some prospects for NWA 76 happening in the end of August. So that's something new and amazing there. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is your oyster. Celebrate it while you can. You never know what can happen at any given time. Again, today's a birthday. You never know what's going to happen. I had somebody close to me lose somebody earlier in the week, last week. And let me tell you, appreciate what you have when you have it, because it could just, in a heartbeat, go away. Not just the guy who's celebrating a birthday, but the guy who's dealt with somebody's loss as of late. The National Wrestling Alliance, we're still here. We appreciate your insight. We appreciate you giving us your feedback. We appreciate you following us. Make sure that you rate, subscribe, do all that stuff when it comes to everything the National Wrestling Alliance is involved in. Download the CW app. Go to CWTV.com. If you use Chrome,
And
save
Kyle.
it, click on that.
Oh, there he
Oh,
is.
there it is. He's on
He
a
froze
roll.
up for a second.
And YouTube was like, nah.
Hey, Logan, you should check out the episode that's up now, the latest episode, if you're an Eli Drake fan. He is featured all
Opinion
that
on his
episode, if you're-
popularity. Logan, I will say that Eli Drake was in TNA when I worked there, and you could see it then. He just needed something. He just needed
You need a shot, baby.
that's all. So nobody's surprised by it. He always had it.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
You knew him from California, right, Joe?
that's right.
Yeah, he had it then. It was the same.
Back when he was Sean Ricker and he was being managed by Percy Pringle.
Yeah,
oh, that's right.
Oh, yes.
yeah, he always had it.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. It was kind of an impromptu episode, not a lot.
I just crashed
just
so
hanging
hard.
out. What? Oh, I
I
forgot
can
about
do all these
that.
cool things.
Why is mine?
Hey, it's for Kyle's birthday. Happy birthday, Kyle. Yeah.
Mine doesn't do anything. How are you
Could've done
doing
this
that?
the whole time. Thanks to everybody who donated. The more you donate, the more goofy shit we can do.
You're paying for Joe's balloons.
See,
Thank you
we're
so
running
much
out of
for
money.
doing that.
We ran out of money, dude. We gotta
All
make
right.
more
That's
donations.
CW money at work right there.
Until next week, please, everyone, enjoy your gravy cake.